outside and finish the potatoes? Grab your bucket. Grab your bucket. Let's go. Let's go, let's go. You lead the way. Get your boots on. Get your boots on. Hey everyone, welcome back to Chasing Moonlight Farm. My name is Renee. We are ready to harvest potatoes today. They are right behind me. You can probably see the tops a little bit. They are dead and dying back, and so it's time to harvest some potatoes, and fingers crossed we're gonna get a bountiful harvest this year. I hope anyway. We did get our potatoes from Harris Seed Company. These are red Pontiac variety. We planted them on 4/2, so April 2nd. And these are early variety and determinate, meaning they don't need to be healed, hopefully. And all the potatoes grow underground. So, fingers crossed, prayers lifted up. We are gonna have a great harvest of potatoes, and we hope you will enjoy this video. This is the haul for one bed. Look at all those potatoes. First time ever growing potatoes. Goodness. Probably tripling what we planted, which was about, I want to say, well, we planted 50 pounds of potatoes. We cut each piece probably into 4. So we probably planted 200 pieces of potato. We're getting a lot of potatoes. And this is just one row. And we're at the end. And we have one row left. And we'll probably do that tomorrow. So exciting, so exciting. Hey guys, it's the next day. We are gonna finish harvesting potatoes today, and we are going to get some beans done today. We probably won't film that. It just depends on how long it takes us to harvest the rest of the beans. I am going to, before we get started with that though, I'm going to put some rod stop on my tomatoes because about 90% of my tomatoes have had blossom end rot. So that's not good, and I've had to pull a ton of tomatoes. This was the first group of tomatoes that bloomed So I'm hoping it'll kind of work itself out, but I am going to put some Rot Stop on there, which is just calcium. It's just spray calcium. So I'm hoping that works and we'll take care of the issue. A lot of times they say it's inconsistent watering, or the plant can't uptake calcium from the soil. But I don't know. All I know is that I did Rot Stop last year on a couple of plants and it worked really well. So we're going to try it again. So we're going to go take care of some tomato plants. I hear the piggies in the background calling. Let's go see if we can take care of some tomatoes. All right. I noticed a little bit on these. These are, let's see if I can get this to, these are my giant crimson. I got these from M.I. Gardner, and they are an 80-year-old variety that he was trying to save, and it finally ended up with a bunch of seeds for. And so I was able to purchase some of those. So I'm really trying to protect those. I don't want those to have any more damage than possible. So I'm going to go ahead and treat those preventatively with the Rot Stop. Really haven't, I think I saw one, but I think it was on this one, and this one is a giant ox heart. So it's, hey there, tiny tomato. I see you. And that one looks good. It doesn't have any rot on the bottom. Blossom end rot. Did I say Rot Stop? That didn't make sense. Blossom end rot. So we're going to give these a good spray. Always want to do this in the early morning or later in the evening so it's not so hot, because it can burn your plants and such. See that one? This is an ox heart. No, this is a giant crimson. No, that one looks good. All right. It's just a foliar spray. Just spray it on there pretty heavily. You want to get the leaves really good. I usually have a lot of problems with, shouldn't say a lot. I usually in the past have had problems with my paste tomatoes, like Italian heirloom, Amish paste, what else? Opalka. Last year I had some blossom end rot on. So yeah, see that one is looking, hang on a second. That one's looking like it has some. Yeah, so I'm just going to pull that. That's not as bad as it usually is, but it's not going to get any better. So we're just going to take that one off. Get this good and soaked on both sides. And then I've got some in the back here. These are my Jet Stars, and these are all determinate varieties. Jet Stars are a determinate variety. And even they are struggling this year. So, with blossom end rot. So we're going to spray them down. I had to pull a bunch yesterday. Just so disappointing when you work so hard and to come out here and you see all these green tomatoes and you're so excited and you lift it up and it's just black on the bottom. I'll show you a good example of a blossom end rot. This doesn't look great either. These plants, I don't know. Last year, my Jet Stars just did fabulous. They had zero problems at all. This is a cherry variety. It really doesn't have any issues usually. But we'll go ahead and do some preventative spraying. I can't remember this variety. It's not the Berry's Crazy Cherry, but it's a similar yellow pear variety. But as you can see, let me show you here. See, that's one I picked up yesterday. They just rot where the blossom was attached. And it's just so sad. The ground's just littered with them. Because I had to pull them all. There's no way to save them once they go bad like that. So, I'm going to do my due diligence here and try really hard to get these to snap back and give me some good tomatoes. I tried to feed the tomatoes and they look sad. So I don't know what is going on with that, but we had to fix the feeder. Pump bottle wouldn't work. This is kind of how our day goes. Sorry, that air conditioner is really loud. Elijah, lay. Don't spray, Mama. Silly boy. Let's get back here and see what treasures they found in the potato bed. I'm so excited. All right, girls, how we doing back here?
Good.
Woo, look at that. Oh my goodness. We are so overloaded with potatoes, and I'm honestly pretty sure we brought in, according to our best guess and estimation, already 150 pounds of potatoes. And that was just from this one bed. Now, okay, how did we do this? Well, what we did was we basically did like a 4, maybe 3.5, 4 by 30 foot or so row. We mounded up, we kind of mounded up the center like that. And then we planted potato pieces. We cut them and we planted pieces every 6 to 9 inches all the way down. And I was so nervous that we were only going to get small potatoes, but we didn't. As you can see over there, we got nice sized potatoes. And I'm telling you, 150 pounds from just this 30-foot row, 3 by 30 foot. What we did was we basically tilled up grass. We brought in mushroom compost. We worked that in. We added peat moss. We added bone meal. We added blood meal. We added just a 4-4-4 fertilizer. So they had a great, fantastic start. I think from what I can remember, I only fertilized one more time with bone meal once they started getting a little bit bigger. I'm thinking it was around 3 weeks after I planted or something. I can't remember. But that was it. And we just let it go. I watered if I needed to, but for the most part, the rain did it. And we are seeing a humongous harvest. This excites me so much because you know what, guys? If you've got meat in your freezer and you've got potatoes, you're going to be fine. You know, you're going to be fine. It's good to grow those leafy greens and stuff, but these potatoes will last a while if I can find a cool place for them. Man, girls, you're doing amazing. Thank you so much for your help. Are you going to help, Elijah? Are you going to water the bed? I'm not sure this needs to be watered. Are you my farm boy? Are you my farm boy? Why are you ignoring me? Oh, he's going to water the dead vines. All right, let's keep going. So we'll take a little break from pulling potatoes to look at this volunteer pumpkin. Look at that. Is that not the sweetest little baby you ever saw? But it already has squash bugs on it, so I don't know how long this one will last. But it's so pretty, I'm not going to pull it because one reason, we are going to go ahead and resow this. We'll probably amend it some, but resow this with pumpkins. We have our watermelon over here, so we're going to resow this with pumpkins. And then over there, in that 30-foot bed, we're going to put butternut squash. Great storage food. Both of the pumpkins and butternuts last a long, super long time in storage, months. So that's the plan. Back to our regularly scheduled potato haul. All right, guys, we are done. So we got about 30 pounds there, 30 pounds there. That one's probably more like 40 pounds. And then that one's probably, I don't know, 25 pounds. So 30, 60, 110, close to 120 in this bed. And I think my husband corrected me, it was probably 120 in this bed as well. So still that's 240 pounds of red Pontiac potatoes this year. Woohoo! I'm so excited we did it. This was something I was so worried about the whole season. The greens looked beautiful, but we were so nervous that the potatoes weren't under there because there was so much green and they were so bushy and so tall. but they did absolutely fabulous. So I have it all written down what we did this year so that we can do it right next year and do the same thing again. Hopefully, Lord willing. But we dealt with no potato bugs this year. We dealt with really no pests at all, some ants, but nothing that was eating the potatoes or anything like that. So we're gonna put some pumpkins here, butternut squash here, and then after those are finished, we'll probably, I think you can lay a cover crop that really preps it for potatoes for the next year. I'm not sure if we'll end up planting potatoes here or not, but we'll see, I'm not sure. Things, you know, plans change all the time. So I won't be planning that for a long time, but thanks so much for hanging out with us and watching us pull potatoes. I hope it wasn't too boring. I hope you will be encouraged to go and plant some potatoes in your backyard. If we can do it, you can do it. 240 pounds of food to feed our family throughout the next several months. We hope that you're encouraged today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.